Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I know I'm just dropping here like a fly on a piece of honey on this issue with Tatarsky, the Russian blogger that was assassinated in St. Petersburg, Russia. But I have to talk about it because this is a very, very revealing and important issue. Revealing why? It shows you this how to call it, defenders of truth and free speech and all that being silent at the assassination of a person who has a different point of view on an issue. You can call him however you want. I'm talking about Tatarsky. I'm not here to defend anybody but the truth. All right, so I don't give a about Tatarsky's views or the other side's views, and I'm just going to discuss what happened a little bit, what the Russians are saying, who did it, and then what the other side saying, who actually killed Tatarsky, who is the person who is responsible for Tatarsky's assassination. And you will be surprised, because if we use the same logic, we're going to find out that actually maybe someone else is in charge and is responsible, which is the maker, the creator, if we use the same logic as these tards are using. So, remember that little say that I have right here. They say it's not by Voltaire, but I don't give a damn who said it. I'm interested in the meaning of it, the philosophical idea. And here is, I may disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. Now, I don't care if Voltaire said it or not. They try to say someone else. I don't care. This is another article that right here. Let me go and see what's going on here with this one. So, we know that this Russian blogger, Tatarsky, was assassinated in St. Petersburg. Let's see what the Russians found so far. This is an article from the New Voice of Ukraine, and where they say the Russian security forces detain Daria Trepova for murder of Russian propagandist Vladlen Tatarsky. Now, this person right here, how she did it, she handed this guy a bomb. That's what she did. So, Tatarsky, a pseudonym for the propagandist's real name, Maxim Fomin, was previously a Ukrainian citizen from Donbass who had been sentenced in 2011 to 12 years imprisonment for his roles in committing an armed bank robbery. He escaped following a battle between the Ukrainian and Russian armed forces near his prison, blah, blah, blah. Okay, he was accused of robbery and all that. Or he was actually sentenced, they say. Now, Tatarsky was killed by an explosion. All right, so he was killed in an explosion occurred on a cafe he was visiting, the St. Petersburg street bar, which is believed to be owned by Wagner mercenary. Believed. When it's like this, I don't even give a damn. I believe a lot of things, and they're not true. So, Wagner mercenary company owner Prigozhin, even if it was, wouldn't mean anything. We frequent bars owned by unknown criminals and known criminals all the time. If you remember Al Capone's, for instance, it doesn't mean that you are associated with Al Capone if you visited one of his bars and drink some of his booze. But they make this kind of connection because it's needed right now. And they talk about that guy being a propagandist, which probably he was, but how about you? Yeah, all right, let's move on here. So, and then local news outlet published a photo from the event where Trepova can supposedly be seen entering the cafe. Russian media also published alleged CCTV footage, which I saw, which they claim demonstrates that Trepova brought a box into the cafe. Allegedly, I don't see the footage when she brings the thing in the cafe. I saw something else, more horrifying actually. Allegedly, an eyewitness at the scene claims to have seen Trepova presents a statue bust to Tatarsky as a gift before being asked to sit with the propagandist. Trepova is said to have left the premises shortly thereafter. So they say that she was the one. Now we have another here. Another article comes from the Telegraph, which I'm not going to read because they asked for something. A woman who killed pro-war blogger thought she was auditioning for journalism job. Daria Trepova appears in court charged with terrorism 2 days after Vladlen Tatarsky was killed by a bomb she handed him in a cafe. Remember, this is a statement here, it's not any allegations. You see here? After this guy was killed by a bomb she handed him in a cafe. No allegedly, no nothing. You would put here allegedly, reportedly. So anyway, let's see here. Next one. Now this is where we get into stupidity. Ukrainska Pravda. Tatarsky was killed by Putin when he invaded Ukraine. Intelligence. Well, thank you very much. I'm really familiar with certain things, so yeah, you would say that. The Defense Intelligence of Ukraine believes, I believe the pigs fly. So, okay, if I believe that, that's my right to believe that. So he believes that Vladimir Putin, president of Russia, himself is guilty of murdering propagandist Vladlen Tatarsky. So, and I'm quoting this guy. Putin killed Tatarsky when he invaded Ukraine and began the full-scale invasion on 24th February. Putin and the whole Russisk regime bear personal responsibility for over 175,000 killed Russisks and for other murdered traitors, no matter if they died due to an unfortunate accident, okay, that's a very nice euphemism, or received a fair sentence from the internal defense forces of the Ukraine state. All right, so he says because Putin and Russia invaded Ukraine, therefore they're guilty. Okay, bear responsibility. Okay, well, I think that they invaded because maybe some people started killing the Russians in the east. Oh, why was that? Oh, because we go back. Always look at the chronology of events. Why was that? Because those guys in the east of Ukraine did not recognize the thugs that overthrew a legitimate, democratically elected government in Kiev, corrupt as it was, as any other, and they overthrew the government. So those guys were immediately recognized by the lovers of democracy somehow. And those guys said, no, we don't recognize you. You overthrew a government, so sorry. Well, send the tanks over. So then if we go by this kind of bearing responsibility, we go to see, okay, then the guys in Kiev who overthrew the government are actually responsible because they triggered all this in the future. Oh, we go back, we can say, well, maybe someone else who helped them overthrow the government and then that kind of bloody illegal coup. I mean, not if it's illegal or illegal. You know what I mean, 2014? Oh, if you go by that, we go the mothers or the fathers that helped them come to life could bear responsibility, because if they were not born, like Putin, if he was not born, maybe this would not have happened. And then we realize, we go back and back and back, and we realize, what if this world would have not been created? Nothing like this would happen. So if you go by this kind of associative blaming game, then you can get to their parents, and then you can get to their ancestors, then you get to whomever, the food they ate, the drink they drank, and the person or the entity that created them, allowed them to be around. So you see, by association, we can find whomever being responsible or whatever. Thunderstorm. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I can think of some other things that could be done in a thunderstorm, like taking a bath, or, making love, or both. Anyway, let's move on. They agree with us. That's my interpretation of reality. See how things are? Yeah, I think that's a sign. Yeah, okay. So, that's stupid. That's what this guy is saying. But nevertheless, it's like when they associate, for instance, a guy committing a crime with a book, one of the books he or she read in the past. They say, oh, he read that. Oh, that inspired him. Why not the Bible? I mean, you make the connections however you want to make them. So let's move on here to the next article, which is right here. Putin gives state award to Vladlen Tatarsky. The military blogger has posthumously received the Order of Courage for his work. Oh, another thunder. Come on, Red Rover. Russian president. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Has posthumously awarded Vladlen Tatarsky, a preeminent Russian war correspondent and blogger, the Order of Courage. Tatarsky was recognized for the courage and bravery he displayed in line of his professional duty, a presidential order published on Monday said. Now, that's their, whatever they, they want to do about it, that's their right. Now, he was a blogger, he was, another thunder, a blogger which saw things in a certain way. The other side did not disagree it. You can say, well, he bears responsibility for the death of this and that. Well, so bear the ones who provide other people with weapons, because those weapons will be used to kill sometimes innocent civilians, right? Right. I know. Well, then put the shoe in the other foot and see if it fits. So they say it was a false flag, right? Where is that? Right, is here. All right, that's what it is with this, and it's another article that I found where they say that that was a false flag operation. Let me show you that one. So here it is. The last thing here is Tatarsky's assassination, most likely a Russian false flag. Experts say. Experts. Okay, I like experts. Always I like them. So this is from the New Voice of Ukraine. I think we need to consider different versions because we still have insufficient information. That's true. That's true. But why do you jump to the conclusion? But I will add regarding the version that I think it was done by Russian special services. This version, by the way, is actively discussed in Russian social media, in Russian Telegram channel, in Russian opposition media, and I think this is the most popular version. Will you use the same logic with the Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2, mister? Right? And this is, right? I don't think so. Fesenko will use the same logic, and I think we need to consider different versions. Yes, but you already considered just one right here. So what are you, an expert? So it says this is a version that is being publicized by people associated with him, Prigozhin, blah blah blah. Well, I don't know what happened. How about we wait for the investigation, like we wait for the investigation on Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 pipelines. See, when you investigate something, you come with alternative hypotheses, and you look into all the leads that you can, and you discard them when you already put them aside for a while, and you get the most likely, and then go to less likely, and so on. So this guy says, well, there's many versions, but let's pick this one because I say so. Well, good for you. So it's false flag operation. It was a woman who did it, and here in the United States of America, when someone commits an assassination, or not assassination, a crime, usually they go to alternate how should I put it, reasons, motives why that person did it, because that person belongs to this group, that person has this ideology, and they push all these things together. Regarding this, I haven't seen anybody saying that, I don't know, that's toxic femininity or anything like that. I didn't see anybody condoning this kind of assassination done by someone because someone had a different, point of view. But I guess, this is a way to see how the values of these guys really are. What are they and what they're not. I don't think these people should be, how should I put it? What happened over there in St. Petersburg, I don't think that was right. You let the law take care of stuff, not like that. Because if it's like that, if you don't like what the guy said, that means everybody in the neighborhood can do the same thing to you if they don't like what you're saying. And where are we going to go with that? Are we going to go to, I'm stronger, I'm going to do it? Yes, that's exactly how the world works. The problem is they give us these perimeter, and they say these are the borders, and only we can cross them. You stay over there, and we're going to punish you. Well, like this, people will see that it's one thing you profess, another thing that you do. This is the same thing, the same attitude that I observed, and you can look into it when Daria, can't remember her last name, the daughter of that Alexei, whatever he was named, so another propagandist that supposedly influences Putin at each corner, and Dugina, Daria Dugina, that was assassinated, if you remember, in Moscow. The same, the mass media here did not condone really, oh my God, no, they kept like this. Imagine that, let's say, the Iranians or the Russians, which I'm pretty sure they don't like some anchor from CNN, for instance, because they think that's propaganda. And let's say a certain kind of people has the ability to do that. Would you agree with that? I totally disagree with that. And remember, who has a bomb to do that. She didn't act alone. I mean, just a woman somewhere act alone having it. It was an operation, obviously. Now we're going to find out who the operatives were, and the only ones they're going to let us know is the Russians, because it's under their jurisdiction, like the Danes and the Swedes, and they are going to investigate the Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 pipelines, if you know what I mean. And they don't find whatever they want to find, and we haven't heard anything in 7 months almost. Anyway, this is Putin killed her, false flag operation, and that's it. Why don't you condone it as you should? I didn't hear that. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.